Hey everyone, it's Marcus, and welcome to more chatting in my jungle room. You know how excited I get. We go to England, we go to, Las Vegas, we go to Canada, we go everywhere. We go all around the world doing incredible interviews. But I get really, really pumped when I can actually stay home in the homeland, and speak to somebody in Kent Town at the moment. Please, everyone, welcome to my friend, Dusty Lee Stevenson. Dusty, hey, how are you?
Hello, I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. This is cool. I mean, like, seriously, are you one of the busiest guys in Adelaide? Your calendar is like bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I try to just say yes to the things I want to do now, and it turns out there's a lot of things I want to do. So
Oh,
at one point I was really busy because I felt like I was just being a yes person in general. I think as a musician, especially when you start out, you've got this, idea that you've got to take all the opportunities that come at you, and so eventually I evolved from that mindset. And then I was like, I'm only going to say yes to stuff I really want to do that's really going to align with my artistic vision, or just, with the direction of where I'm going, or that's going to be a good challenge, or perhaps it's with some people I really want to work with, whatever it might be. But anyway, it turns out there's an abundance of those kinds of opportunities as well. So it hasn't actually created any less busyness in my life, but it's meant that I'm very fulfilled much of the time, which is great.
Of course, we are going to be chatting today quite extensively about the Wanderers gig that is coming up. But before we get on there, you've got so much other stuff happening. You know, there's the Led Zeppelin's physical graffiti live in concert gig, 13th of
Yeah.
September at Her Majesty's, which is going to be huge. I mean, the lineup for that is enormous. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. I mean, I'm a huge Zeppelin fan, so it's for me that gig makes a lot of sense. It's been a long time coming, actually. It's been years that I've wanted to do some kind of a Led Zeppelin show, and to do it with I mean, Danny, who's going to be on drums for that gig, he's one of my best friends in the world. So we've always talked about wanting to do that together, or to do something like that together. And this is the opportunity to do that. And at Her Majesty's Theatre, with a bloody string, or with a small orchestra, and you know, and Warwick's running the show, and him and Danny were in the Zep Boys together for a long time. And there was one point in time there where I almost jumped in there for a moment for a few shows, and scheduling didn't work out. So, and that was years ago, and I still kind of had that thing that I wanted to nip in the bud. I was like, I'm gonna get up there with my Les Paul one of these days, belt out some Zep tunes with some of those guys. And so, so it has been something I've wanted to do for a while, even just in the terms of a pub band and the classic sort of lineup, but being able to do it with Guitar Fest and with the whole scope of things, and then also involving Kathleen Haller and Sean as well. It's just such a grander sort of picture, and such a great way to finally get to do it. Because Led Zeppelin are probably my favorite band of all time. Really, it all comes back to Zepp for me.
Crazy. I am definitely going to be along for that one. I can't wait. And everyone, you can get your tickets through Adelaide Festival Centre's website. Get on board. It's the Adelaide Guitar Festival. And then next weekend, which is the 30th of May, Friday, the 30th of May, you're going to be at the Gov doing a gig with Swanee, Gleeson, obviously Dave Gleeson from the Screaming Jets fame, and of course Kevin Borich as well. You're going to be there with Carla Lippis, who's your mate from ages ago, yonks ago. That's going to be a big show. What are we looking forward to right there?
Yeah, I mean that show. I guess it's certainly mostly about. I think that show's sort of been put on by, or and with and for Swanee, and his mates getting together and them singing some songs together. But I believe he's raising funds for an album that he's either completing or is he's about to put out.
Yeah.
So it's a good chance to rally behind a great artist who's still at it, and he's still got some great work to come. And he also, it's been a minute since he's at least in Adelaide, since he's performed in such a way. With Rob Pippin and his band backing it up. And so, yeah, I'm sure he's got a bunch of new tunes and a bunch of other stuff going on, and that'll be revealed on the night. But yeah, essentially me and Carla are doing a set together, opening the show. And I'm sure we'll probably end up on the stage with the boys at some point as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be great. But me and Carla love singing together. we did a show during the Fringe. We did like a random event, like a lunch event, sort of I don't know, for presenters and other people involved with Adelaide Festival. And we just did 3 songs together. But it was just this nice, we rehearsed and we did one of Carla's songs, one of my songs, and a 27 Club song. And it was just really nice. And we really love singing together and harmonizing together. We've been friends for such a long time. So when this gig popped up, we thought that could be an opportunity to do a whole set, actually get this thing together and perhaps even make it a project that we want to pursue. So I guess it's us sort of dipping our toe in the water on the Gov stage, nonetheless, which is not a bad place to launch
Exactly.
an idea. So yeah, we're just going to open up and do a bunch of Carla songs, a bunch of my songs, and probably a few other tunes that we really love, and just let our voices harmonize the whole time. And yeah, it's going to be fun.
Of course, I met Carla like years ago, back in the, when she was the cabaret queen of Adelaide, back in the Adelaide Cabaret Festival days,
Yeah.
Early on. Of course, to see her transformation to this rock chick punk goddess, she's just incredible. I mean, the voice on that woman is just like, wow, can't even deal. Because you guys have just completed the 27 Club at the Adelaide Fringe back in March. Now, I mean, obviously you, Carla, and Kevin Mitchell and Sarah McLeod. I mean, like, wow. I mean, that's been just a roller coaster of like fun, right?
Oh yeah, it's such a good. I like to call it. I mean, I guess any band or any project, probably even any film set, whatever it is, it's all an ecosystem, really. And some of them really work and make it feel less like work, make it feel really fun. Because, the gigs can be, I don't want to say strenuous. I mean, it's definitely, once we get rolling, it's, we know the show, we know how to do the show, but it's high energy and we really want to deliver to the crowd. And so once that's happening and you try and deliver every night, people can have, well, everyone's got a different personality, but I feel like everyone's like a little puzzle piece and it all fits together. If there was 2 Carlas or 2 me's or 2 Kevs or 2 Sarahs types, like it would suddenly throw the balance. It just kind of it just works. Like where each personality complements each other, so it's a real pleasure, and we lift each other up every night on stage, and all the hangs, like how much fun we're having on stage, is reflective of how much fun we have if we're sitting in a bus driving to Brisbane. Like it's the same. Just laugh the whole time, and yeah, no one gets too grumpy, really. It's pretty good.
Life's too short to get grumpy. Come on, right, Dusty? And I mean, of course, that's pretty much a full schedule right there. But as many of us Adelaideans know, there's also a band that's called a band as well, Wanderers. Now, Wanderers are celebrating their 10th birthday this year. Where did that time go, Dusty?
Good. I don't know. I mean, at the moment, I'm looking back at old posts from our first few years, and yeah, it is like, oh my gosh, that was 10 years ago. Looking back at when we launched our gig at Jive, Goddamn Anything EP, and remembering the feeling of that night. So it was our first real crack at a proper gig. Booked a venue that was way too big for us at the time. I think we'd only sort of done the Grace Emily a couple of times at that point. Like, we're booking Jive and we're doing an EP launch. That's my dream. And I think we sold it out in the end. And I remember the hustle to get there. And, it was earlier days of social media too, in that way. It wasn't we didn't have the same way of going about things as now. I don't know, just the whole, everything's changed since then too. So just looking back and thinking of all these different, the music, the people that were involved, some of the musicians that were playing, and just how much it's all happened in 10 years. It feels like a couple of lifetimes already. I mean, even the band name changed 3 times. So I guess 10 years ago we were called Dusty Lee's Wasted Wanderers. And about a year later we were just called Wasted Wanderers.
Yep.
And then at some point we dropped the word wasted. It became Wanderers. We kept joking that one day we'll do a prog album, we'll just call ourselves Wand.
And then maybe in a couple more years' time, just W.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the band started off, like you said, at the Grace Emily stage back in 2014. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's correct.
Nuts.
We it was a Billy Bob's barbecue jam on a Monday night,
Yeah, well,
and so me and Benny Morris, he was the bass player. Me, him, and Matt formed the band to begin with, and we used to do the house band together, Billy Bob's barbecue jam every Monday night. And this quiet dude, I think he was coming down with another singer, Ben Whittington, and I think you know Ben.
I've been, yep.
And Matt and Ben are really good friends, and they were playing together a bunch at the time. So I think Ben was coming down, and Matt was coming down and drumming for him. And I hadn't seen Matt before, but I think it was a few weeks in a row. And we're like, that guy's pretty good. And then one week, me and Benny like, who we get on drums? And I think maybe Jamie might have been outside having a smoke or something. We thought, let's get that Matt guy. In my recollection, I'm not even sure if we'd even really spoken to him before we
Yeah.
jammed, but we got up, sort of met, on stage and sort of formed that synergy on stage. And we played a song that became a bit of a Wanderers staple. So the first song we ever played together was a song called Mary Jane, and that's we still do it in our sets now.
You
And
now.
we played it together on stage, and that was the first time Matt heard it. And, I mean, it's changed a lot over the years, but that was when it was, I like to say, three chords and the truth.
Now, just in the background there, I have got your album playing that you released last year, which is Wanderers Live.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely amazing. What I'm really excited about is obviously for this 10th birthday show at the Gov. We haven't even said where it is yet, but the Gov, 4th of July 2025 at 7:30 p.m. But you will be releasing a brand new single called Dancing with Yourself. So yeah, I'm an eager beaver for the new music. Can you tell us about the new single?
Well, it's part of a whole new record. There's like 11 or maybe 12. Depends. We're in the process of potentially cutting a song on it, but yeah, we got a whole record. I mean, to be honest, when we booked this gig, I hoped it would be the album launch, and as things go, it's I we got to a point where if we did that, we were going to be rushing it through, and I thought, well, we've spent 3 years making this record. Why skimp on that part of the process? So we decided to keep the gig, and also realizing it's our 10th birthday, it's like, I really want to focus on that being rather than go out and play a whole new record for the audience, like, why don't we celebrate 10 years worth of music, really go back and bring in some of the people and the colors and the themes that have occurred over the years. So anyway, the gig became about that, less about the album. And then we decided, well, we definitely got to put new music out. So we shot a video clip for Dancing with Yourself, which will be fun. I'm not going to give anything of that away because we're still editing it, but and we're working with Yamanui Records out of Queensland, a really good crew over there. And yeah, so yeah, it's a fun song. It's good. It's been a long time coming. So I thought we'd come out the gates with something pretty up. It's been a while since we've put out new music. So yeah, I thought we'd lead with something that's really going to make people feel good and remind people what the kind of I guess what our sound is. It's kind of, to me, like, this song "Dancing with Yourself" encompasses the Wanderers sound and the way that we want to make people feel when they listen to our music. So yeah, "Dancing with Yourself," it's fun. I can't wait for people to hear it.
So the Wanderers, with all of its different name titles and changes, whatnot, but how have the Wanderers changed from 2014 to 2025, if at all?
We were actually called Wanderers in the first place, like Wasted Wanderers, because we weren't sure what genre we wanted to be. It's true. The first record, goddamn anything. Like, you listen to the first. I mean, the first song kind of has like a Crosby, Stills and Nash thing about it. Like, it goes through. There's a whole bunch of different songs that are more in this sort of slight folky, slight alt country, bit of soul in there, but not as much. Like, no synths or keys really. It's all guitar on the first record, and lots of acoustic instruments too. But then you get to track 4, a song called "Uncomfortable Shoes," and it starts out as like a blues. It's actually like a 17 and a half bar blues. It's a bit wacky. but then halfway through it launches in and it becomes like a grunge song. And then the last track on the album, called Greatest Year, almost could have been on like Diorama. It's like a, you know, really Daniel Johns and Jeff Buckley influenced, sort of epic song where we just threw everything at it.
Yeah.
And most people don't even know it. It's the last track on our first EP. There's so many people that listen to the band wouldn't have even heard it. A song called Greatest Year. So I guess that even in that record itself, you could hear that we were trying to find, because we like so many things. And when we played together as a band, we could just evoke the energy of whatever the song, whichever direction the song was going in. So I guess it took a while for us to work out what our sound actually was. And for me, it wasn't until even the next record, Something for a Distraction, we've got a song on there called Loco. And that's where it really starts to zone in on our sound, which is what the sort of sound that we started to carry through the next record. And also, I think just having bringing in Jack Stremple and Logan Watt as members of the band, having the two keys players and having Milosh on bass. And once it became that as the core band, me, Matt, Milosh, Jack, and Logan, for me, once it became that, and then we started getting in the room and writing or arranging the songs together. Sometimes there were songs I'd written and then we would arrange them in the room and give it a whole different feel. But once it became that, that's when it was like, oh, here's the consistent Wanderers sound. So I guess it was probably 6 or 7 years of evolution, and then it's probably been about 3 or 4 years of us really knowing our sound and sort of wandering around a little bit less aimlessly. But I love the early stuff. I love the search. I love the sound of a band that's reaching for something and they're not sure where it's going to land. And that's what the earliest stuff sounds like to me.
I like it. So, like we said, everybody, it is Wanderers 10 years of music. The Gov, 4th of July 2025 from 7:30 p.m. But opening the show will be Terry's Pocket and also Carissa. So get along, grab your tickets, everyone. Make sure this is a sold out night. It's going to be huge. I can't even wait. Going out, Dusty Lee, what can we expect from the night? What are the punters going to get from you?
We're bringing back a few different faces from earlier on, actually. Some people that have, I'm not going to give anything away because it's going to be a surprise, but yeah, characters that have, we've had different voices on some of our songs and some guests and things like that. And I know our show's always become a bit of a party. We're really leaning into the birthday side of it too. So expect ice cream cake and,
Yes.
party poppers and things like that. Like, I think we're going to get a bit silly, to be honest. It's going to be, it's still going to be a rock and roll show, but it's going to be probably there's going to be a bit of extra chaos, and we've got a lot more music to play. Like, we don't want to skimp on anything, so we've been known to sort of play for 2 hours or so, and this night will be no different because I really want to delve back into we're going to play music that we haven't played in a long time, and we're going to play new music that we've never played live. There is some tracks from the new record that we have played. And so a couple of punters that have been to our shows, they might have seen some of our new songs, but we're going to play some of the other ones that we haven't played live yet. So we're really setting ourselves a challenge. It's like relearn some old stuff, learn how to play some new stuff live that we haven't, and then also try and navigate getting some of these other people, some of these guests and stuff involved. But yeah, Terry's Pocket, such a killer band. Dear friends in that band, amazing band, and Caressa as well. Will, Jade, and Lena, this younger crew in the scene, but they just get it. They're hip, they write good songs, they can all sing really well and do their thing. They look great. It's they remind me that the whole music scene is in good hands with this generation that's coming up.
I like it. Dusty Lee Stevenson, I can't even wait. Wanderers, the 10th year of music. Congratulations, first of all. And I'm coming, if not only for the ice cream cake, but to hear the incredible music. And I'm looking forward to hearing the new music. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, my friend. I'll see you next weekend at the Gov with Gleeson,
that's right.
Swanee, and
also,
Borich.
another thing, if we want to chuck another thing in the mix that I'm busy doing, is that I'm going to be heading to we touched on 27 Club, but we didn't say that we're actually taking it to the Edinburgh Fringe. So I'm going to be over there for the whole of August as well, just to put another thing in my calendar. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's it. That's crazy. You're booked out. Now you need a manager, you need you need everything going on. You need a team around you now, my friends.
If anyone out there wants to give me a call and apply for the position, applications are open.
I like it. Dusty Lee Stevenson, enjoy your upcoming weekend. I cannot even wait to see you at a gig very soon. Thanks, my friends.
Yes, Markus. Thank you.
Thanks.